Hello, welcome to Home for Every Season. My name is Maureen. I am the owner and the designer here at this page. Today I am with Adventures in Crafting, and today we get to have Crafter's Choice. So come on in. Each of us have been designing something that we wanted to do. It wasn't a specific theme. We've seen all kinds of different types of crafting, and it's been a fun day. It really has. So come on in and join me. What I'm going to be doing is another fake bake, but I'll wait and see if my comments are working. Someone please say hello when you get here. Thank you so much. And there they are. Hi, Robin. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. So what I'm going to do today, hi, Heidi. I'm going to try to create a lot like this other cake that we did right here with the pastel colors. But then this one that I want to do, I want it to be a carrot cake, like a carrot cake color. The only problem I'm having is I really don't know what color carrot cake is. So hopefully this will work out good. Hello, Artisan Inspired Creations. How are you? Hi, Melanie. Melanie, once again, that thing, it was giving me the wrong link. I'm transferring something wrong when I sometimes I get it right and sometimes I don't. Today, again, I had trouble. I'm so sorry. Hi, Karen. Hi, Ramona. I don't know what it is about me, you guys. I fight with the cell phone. I fight with all technology. It's crazy. I'm like Ma Clampett or something over here. You'd think I just hopped off a wagon in Montana. It's kind of crazy. Hi, Janet. Hi, Tina. How are you? Thank you, Melanie. Hi, Shannon. How are you? I hope you're all having a great day. So I have 3 of these styrofoam discs, and I'm going to be covering each one of these separately with clay, and then I'll be putting more clay in between them to make it look like a cream in the middle, like a stacked carrot cake. And then I have a whole bunch of these, they're faux nuts is what they are. But I'll be sprinkling these on top of this carrot cake to make it look like crushed nuts on it. And so I think it'll be cute. Hello, Ellen. How are you? Hi, Stacy. Thank you so much. Hi, Helen. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. Well, let's get started because I have a whole bunch of different colored clays here. And I don't really like the colors that I'm getting. So I'm going to try something real quick, you guys. Let me mix these 2 together and see if I like what I get. Hi, Christina. Hi, Q. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Hi, Vicky. Thank you for joining me. Are y'all having a good Sunday, you guys? My baby boy, Crimson, he just left with his mom. Hi, Lori. How are you? It was our sleepover last night. And so he just left out the door with his mama. And now here we are. Hi, Diana. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Barbara. Thank you so much, you guys. So I'm thinking, I mean, a carrot cake is like a carrot color, right? Hello, Barbara. 2 Barbaras back to back almost. Or no, that was the same one. Hi, Debbie. This is the color of carrot cake, is it not? Am I wrong, you guys? That's what I'm thinking, but when I look at it, I'm like, that's not right. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Michelle, I missed your whole entire thing. I am so sorry. I was getting Crimson ready to go. Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. I love crafting, you guys. So yes or no, guys, is this the color that you use for carrot cake? It's like an orange carrot. Hi, Bev. How are you? Like this would be the outside. Yes, that's what I thought. Thank you, Barbara. That's what I thought, you guys. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this clay here because I need to make sure it's all the same color, you guys. So the clays I'm using today are this, it's just like a creamy color. This one is by Crafty Amy Girl. And I'm going to be using a big bunch of it. But then I'm going to mix in, I don't even know what colors these are, you guys. I made this color so that I could create carrots. But I'm going to mix these 2 together. So hopefully it'll all work. Hi, Karen. Thank you, you guys. That's what I thought. So hopefully me mixing it all together will work just fine, because I just mixed all them clays together and now we won't have any if it don't work. Oh, get that one in there too, right? I hope you've all had a nice Sunday. How many of you followed along with the other crafters? It's been so fun. We started off with, I think I was still doing church when the very first one came on. I don't remember. It was Jess. And then it was Crafty Man with Michelle. And I caught the very, very end of Michelle. And then, who did I watch right after that? I don't know. I watched the Pink Butterfly, Becca. I watched Petra. I watched Michelle. The very end of Michelle. I missed Glitzy Yaya is the only one that I haven't been able to see, and it's because I was busy getting my stuff ready and getting the baby ready to go. So right before me in this lineup was Glitzy Yaya, and I'll have to watch her on the replay. And then right after me, you guys, is Descraft Boutique with Marissa. So we're having a great day, you guys. It's exciting. I love coming in here and hanging out and being with everybody. All right, so now we have this big bunch of wonderful orange carrot cake color. Almost color my shirt. There it is. All right, so there's that. And we'll take some off right away because we're going to roll it out for our first little styrofoam base. Get that in there. Petra was making, I think she was doing coasters. She talked a lot about coasters. I think it was coasters. And then Pink Butterfly, she was doing really cute baseball. How many of you guys saw the baseball stuff that Becca was working on? Hi, Sharon. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, guys, let's roll this out. And we're going to cover 3 different discs, you guys. Hi, Joan. How are you? I missed Joan, too. Where was I at when Joan was on, you guys? Those were the 2 I missed. They were back to back. Joan and then Glitzy Yaya. I'll have to watch both of you guys on replay. Darn it. Hi, Petra. How are you? How many of you like carrot cake, like real carrot cake? I do. I think it's good. I love the cream cheese filling part of it a lot. All right, so there's that part, and we're going to put a little bit of glue on here just to get us some good sticking going on. It almost looks like it wants to rain here, you guys, but I don't believe that's in our forecast at all. Not at all. Thank you, Barbara. You love it? Me too. Hi, Dee. How are you? Hi, Dawn. You love it too, Ellen? Is that Ellen that was Artisan Inspired Creations? I can't remember now. I think you were Ellen, right? Hi, Debbie. You love carrot cake? Me too. I'm good. That's Petra. Hi, Lori. You like carrot cake too? Yeah, I like it. My favorite cake, though, is cheesecake. Love cheesecake. Love it, love it, love it. I finally got to have one of those Dairy Queen cupcakes, you guys. It wasn't what I thought it would be, and I don't know what I was thinking it would be because it's Dairy Queen, you know. So it was their little like their little crumb cake, and then it had chocolate ice cream on the bottom, and then it had a little hard crunchy cake thing in the middle of that, and then white on top. And the first one I had, what, honey? I'm sorry, Azrael. The first one that I had pink or red frosting on the top of it for a Valentine's Day one. and it colored everything red or pink. My Azrael, stop. My tongue, my teeth, my lips, everything was dyed red. It was kind of crazy. But we finally started. Oh, good. So you're warming up a little bit. We were 60 degrees today, I think, in Billings, Montana, in February. Our poor plants here, they're going to be so confused, you guys, because it really is like spring here. So hopefully it doesn't freeze. You know, if things start budding out really good and then it freezes, I don't know what would happen. But with perennials, you know, they bounce back real easily. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. And they're used to being cold and, you know, all winter long. And then we get our late frosts. We don't even plant our gardens usually until May 16th is our last frost date that we watch for. But this year, things are kind of cuckoo. All right, I'm going to leave this nice smooth side right here on the bottom because this part in here is going to be covered up with that creamy, a creamy color that we'll put in the middle of our 3 layers. How are you doing, Diane? I'm having a good day, you guys. It just gets hectic when it's time for Crimson to go. It gets really hectic. He runs all around really excited, and when I'm just getting ready to go live, you know, it makes it kind of hard. And my daughter was here in time, but then I was showing her what I had planned for today. She goes, "What are you going to do today?" So I was like, "Well, come and look." And I was showing her my plans for this event. It's been a fun event. I've had a really fun weekend with AIC. Very fun. I realized that yesterday I was more romantic than retro, you guys. I am so sorry. With it being my anniversary and Valentine's Day, it's like romance just took over me completely, and I completely forgot. I was dressed up for the retro part. I was having so much fun with it. And then when I did that cake, I talked about things that I could have done that were retro. And then I started making that cake, and there went the retro right out the window. I was all romance, full on. That cake is beautiful. I'm blinging it up now, you guys. I'm starting to put rhinestones around the hearts, and it's looking very pretty. Very pretty. It'll be a nice little cake. I have my second live sale tomorrow morning, you guys, at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm so excited. I just today finished finally. That first one, it took a lot for me to get that first order ready to ship and everything. I thought I had everything, but I didn't. I ran out of bubble wrap and boxes. I was chasing down boxes. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Yeah, I needed everything. I thought, oh, I'm good to go. And no, I was not. So it took me a whole week. I still have one order to invoice. That's it. And the reason is because I'm having trouble finding the box for her one. It's just a little tiny plaque thing, and it's just silly. I think we'll just make our own box. We'll like cut boxes down to get a box. I just was kind of nervous. I want everything to be packed right. And you got seeds, some I'll sow soon. Outside, you mean? I got seeds, some I'll sow soon. You got seeds for your yard, Michelle? Is that what you're talking about? Thank you, Diane. I had fun with that first sale, you guys. You'll have to come back tomorrow, you guys. I'll have all different things to show you. And like I said, the first one, I'll just keep getting better and better at it. Today, when I did the last couple of invoices, it was like, I don't know. I just whipped right through it. I said to my husband, look, see, I can do this. Thank you, you guys. So Michelle, tell me what kind of seeds you have. What are you talking about? Are you talking about seeds for your yard? Or are you talking about something that I'm talking about with getting ready to go do live sales? Okay, guys, on this, as you can see, I'm taking the clay and I'm moving my extra clay. I'm smoothing it over and I'm taking it into the middle like this. And then you cut that extra clay off. Flowers that you cold start, awesome. Like what kind of flowers, Michelle? What types? It'll be interesting. I'll have to keep you guys posted. You'll have to remind me probably because I forget everything now. But I'm really interested in seeing how our lilacs do this year because it's been such a mild winter and lilacs need a cold freeze. They need cold in order for them to really bloom, is what we were always told growing up. Some people in the South, they don't have lilacs in the South, is what I've been told. Hi, Deb. How are you? Thank you for sprinkling out. Thank you so much. Zinnias, cucumber, squash, zucchini, and herbs. Awesome. You need to try and find some creeping zinnia, Michelle. It's like the scientific name is Sanitalvia or something like that, but it's also known as creeping zinnia. It's little tiny, really dark leaves with little teeny tiny yellow flowers. They're beautiful, and they hang out underneath all your other plants. They're beautiful. And sunflowers, I love all those things you just mentioned. All right, guys, we have number 2 done. So now we just need one more of these. I am in Montana. My grow zone is a 4, but I think they recently changed it to a 3, I believe, because it's so warm now. But I still would not. I would not trust I would never put my stuff out before May 16th. Never. I don't trust it. And even after that, people have lost their gardens the last couple of years. We got a late frost or a late freeze, and people literally had to start all over again. Last year was one of the years, I believe, they lost their gardens because it got really cold in June. And that can happen. You just never know. Montana's funny with weather. But it has been a very mild winter, so the lilacs will be interesting. All right, guys, we're doing one last of the discs covered in what is our carrot cake color. Nice. I don't have a Menards here in Montana. You can't? See, Deb? They can't grow lilacs in Texas because it's too hot. So it's not hot by any means. We still get really cold at night and stuff, but just not that below zero, like way below zero temperatures. We have not had that, maybe once, but not really. Blight 2 on. Blight 2 on. You don't start plants till May. So the ones that you're thinking about starting, are you doing them inside or a greenhouse then? Or are they plants that you can do outside for cold? Certain vegetables like peas, you need to plant your peas early because they like cooler weather. Once it's hot, peas don't want to grow. Hello, Yolanda. How are you? That's my maiden name, Yolanda. Amazing. Are you my cousin? That's funny. All right, guys, last one. And then we're home free, right? Then we got to stack them up and put cream in the middle. Yes, some plants need cold. They do. I love gardening. I haven't done it as much since my trees in my yard got really big, you guys, which is beautiful and wonderful for shade. But it kind of took over my garden area. It made it a shaded area instead of light. And my plants just, I was not getting what I needed for sunlight. And I kind of got sick of doing the vegetables. Back then, at that time, it was cheaper to buy vegetables at the store. We're not talking now. I'm sure now is probably vitally important for us to supplement our grocery bills with our own homegrown stuff because everything is so expensive right now. But we're talking, 20 years ago when I kind of stopped doing a vegetable garden and just did really beautiful flower gardens. And I did a lot of canning. I like canning. I do enjoy canning. Well, that messed up. Darn it. Hold on, guys. I just really messed up this one part. Darn it. Leave it to me. Well, now I'm really getting ahead of myself, you guys. Hi, Tina. How are you? There's some of you on the other side of that camera probably saying, what is she doing? She's trying to make it work. I pushed that rolling pin too far and it rolled all my clay off the top. So this is going to be my bottom one now, you guys. This will not be the top. It was going to be the top. It was going to be my really pretty top. Me trying to make it pretty, I made it worse. How many of you know that we do that a lot? Anybody else do that? You try to make something better and it was fine the way it was and you end up making it worse. You only like homegrown vegetables? I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. I would like to have chickens, but at the same time, I don't want chickens. I don't know. My daughter has chickens. She loves her chickens. She keeps them warm. Like she'll go out when it was really cold last couple of years, not this year. But the previous years, she would make them hot food and she would take it out to them. And they have a heated bar, some kind of hot bar in their thing. She never did lamps because it could start a fire. But their water and their heat bar were all heated. I thought that was interesting. Okay, guys, that's good enough. This will be our top. This is the top. This is our middle. Those two really don't matter. And this one, I messed up. Now it's got an air pocket in it, too. Well, I'm batting 1,000 here, guys. I have an air bubble I got to get out. Hi, Alyssa. How are you? Make sure, you guys, if you get an air bubble in your clay, you don't leave it. Or you'll regret it. Because it doesn't go away. It'll just continue to be there. And it will come back and get you. You won't like it later on. So take your air bubbles out, okay? There. All right, that's better. Now, we're going to take this cream-colored clay, and we're going to make it look like cream cheese in the middle. It looks more like, I'm going to do white. I don't like this cream color. It's okay, but I think the cream should be white, not cream. To err is human for sure. Can you imagine if we were all perfect? Then we wouldn't need Jesus, and we need Jesus. So I'd rather err and have my Lord than never err and not need him, because I need him and I want him. So if I could be perfect and not have Jesus, or be be imperfect and be a human and need my Savior, hands down, I'll be human and give me my Lord. Absolutely. No question about it. Okay, this looks like cream cheese. So we're going to put this other color down. That cream color just looks more pink. And I'll save it. I might need it to do some kind of a character or something that needs a skin color. So we'll use my white. I'm going to have to hunt down some more white, you guys. I thought these three bags of 1,000 grams each would last me forever and ever. Hi, Laura. How are you? Exactly, Laura. Amen. How are you today? You have 3 chickens and get about 8 to 10 eggs a day. You keep yours heated with a heat lamp. So, does your heat lamp have a cover on it? She might have a heat lamp that has some kind of special cover, because hers don't get, her chickens are very well taken care of. And we live in freezing cold weather, and her chickens are well cared for. They don't freeze. She had one chicken that molted in the middle of winter, and she brought it in and put it in a big tub with a covering over it, like a, so it couldn't get out and run around her house. Hi, Amy. How are you? I just used some of your clay, Amy. I mixed it with another one to get a really pretty carrot cake color. So that's what I'm using today. Some Crafty Amy Girl clay. And then this white, you guys, is from Ribbon Branch Crafts. How many of you on here have chickens? Is there only one person that has chickens? I think they'd be fun. We eat eggs every day, so it would, I especially wish I had chickens when the eggs were, 30. At one point, I think we paid $30 for 5 dozen eggs. Isn't that crazy, you guys? That was crazy. That much money for some eggs is just cuckoo bird. All right, guys, what I'm doing now is I'm going to roll out I have some other clay over here that I need to use up. Let me look at this clay, guys. If you don't need to use, well, no, we'll just do it this way. If you don't need to use up all your good clay to go around something, you can put a different clay in the middle. Let me look. I have this other clay right here. Yeah, let me use this for my middles, you guys. It's a crazy color. It's nothing to do with carrot cake, but I think it'll work for what I'm doing. So I'm going to take this blue. I didn't use this clay in time. Don't throw your old clay out. We've all talked about that before. You're very welcome, Amy. How are you doing today? You have chickens, Amy? Nice. How many do you have? Okay, guys. So we're going to make sure we get our icky sides. We're going to put this blue clay in the middle here, like this. And then I'm going to take the white clay and I'm going to make a worm and put that around that instead of putting it all in the middle like I was going to do. I like this idea much better. So we'll just roll a nice worm. So when I get done here, I have to go and plan for my live sale. Now I see what all you ladies have been doing when you're prepping for the live sale. It is a lot of work. I have a newfound respect for you guys. The more you do, the more you learn about how it's not easy to have a small business, you guys. It's a lot of work. As I'm sure all of you on here that are small business owners can attest to, right? All right, so we're going to put that like that because I want this to be flush with that other one. We're right there. Then I'm going to smooth this blue up against it. I'll show you in just a second what I'm doing. Looks like a swimming pool. Okay, so this is what I did. I put the old clay here in the middle, and then I made a nice white worm for the clay that I want to be showing on my project, okay? That just helps save. White clay, you guys, can sometimes be, there can sometimes be a shortage of white clay, and so I think a lot of us, I have learned that if you don't have to use it, especially where you're not going to see it, you don't want to do it. You want to save your good clay for things people are going to see, right? It is a lot of work, Amy, but I'm absolutely loving it. Oh, Karen, I don't try to be funny. But, you know, my family says, that, you know, oh, Maureen, you're so funny. I guess I'm naturally funny. I don't know. I'm sure there's many people that don't think I'm very funny at all. Yes, Melanie. Thank you, everyone that's here hanging out. Okay, guys, we're just going to take this next one and put it on top here as well. I'm live. All right, so there's 2 layers of carrot cake. Next, I'm going to push this down. I want that white to come out just a little bit more. There we go. Because then I'm going to take my foil ball and texture that up, make it look like cream. Okay? So you just take an aluminum foil ball and you just poke it and just mush your clay that you want to look like cream. I'll show you. You just take this foil, and when you touch it like that, it gives it a texture and makes it. So there's what it looks like without the foil ball, and here's what it looks like with the foil ball. It just makes it look more like a creamy texture like you would find on real frosting and stuff. I don't think I've seen that many carrot cakes, you guys. I should have looked at more photos and stuff, I guess, before I started making a real carrot cake, for crying out loud. Okay, this needs some more white on this one side over here. And it's okay to do that because I'm texturing it, so it's not going to hurt it at all. So we'll just bring this over here and add that. It's almost springtime, you guys. We'll all be making lots of things for Mother's Day and all kinds of stuff. Now it's time. I said yesterday, I can't believe it's already over. Valentine's Day is already here and gone. That's just crazy. How many else thinks that's kind of crazy? That time has gone by so fast that it's already past Valentine's Day. Easter will be here and gone before we know it. It'll be the 4th of July. All right, guys, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to get more white and put it on this next one here. First, we'll do our blue in the middle. Hi, Trisha. How are you? Oh, bye, Karen. Enjoy your pizza. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you later. Pizza sounds good, doesn't it? My son loves pizza. Okay, guys, there's some lumps in this old clay, but you know what? It's not going to matter because I'm using it as old clay, so I don't even have to pull it out. I'm just going to leave it in there and put it in the center over here, and it'll work just fine. So put that in the center here, like this. Okay, there's what it looks like without our white on it. You're doing good? That's good. Hi, Tanya. How are you? There's my buddy that helps me and tells me, you got this, it's okay. When I call and say, I don't know how to use PayPal. How do I charge people? That was a long day. I felt like I was in high school again, you guys. And I struggled in high school. Partly because I didn't want to be in high school. I just wanted to go be a rock and roll singer. And it's kind of funny when I look back on it now. I'm the furthest thing you'd ever think was, going to be a rock star. I totally mellowed out when I met my husband and became a mom. And I just settled down like night and day. But when I was in high school, I just would skip school. I wanted to just go hang out with the band. and sing my little heart out. And that's what I did. So the other day, I felt like I was back in high school learning. And it wasn't, I didn't miss all this stuff in high school. We didn't have it. Thank you, Tanya. I need it. The computer thing is, the only computer back then was in the principal's office, the dean of girls. I saw that computer a lot, you guys, but I didn't know how to use it. I should have asked her to show me how it worked. Is there enough? I could have become a computer person. But no, I had to leave school and go be a rock star. That's so funny to think about. Funny. How many of you look back on when you were younger and you laugh and you think, what in the world was I thinking? Right? We do the funniest things when we're teenagers. Some things not so funny. But for the most part, it was all innocent and really funny to look back on. Okay, so now I'm rolling this out. And I did try to make this one a little bigger than that last one. I want to make sure it works out good this time. That was a better worm. Okay, so there's the worm all the way around. And now we're going to put this other, I'm going to do but the foil ball before I put that top on. I just think it'll be easier. So let's try it that way this time. We'll see how that works. My house is so warm again. I'm almost tempted to turn on the AC some days, you guys. Or open the windows. I could open the windows, right? Haven't done that yet. Are the Winter Olympics over now? I didn't even get to see them at all. They're probably already over with. Hi, Penny. Thank you so much for sprinkling. And welcome in. How are you? Yeah, I didn't get to watch any of the Olympics. I've been very serious about doing my small business. Very focused on interacting with everybody on here and trying to just get into a routine and all that stuff. And it's working out well. All right, guys, now we're going to push this down. I'm going to push it from the other end. So we have that on there now. Now we'll push this back up again and make that white go up inside where we have this top at. That worked out way better, you guys, doing the aluminum foil ball before I put the top on. Hi, Sam, how are you? Sam, I had a dream the other night. I'm pretty sure it was you in the dream. You were on stage and you were singing, just singing. And I don't know why. Probably because when your last live that I was on with you, you were getting ready to go to play practice. And I think I was praying for you. And then I think I just, how our subconscious is. And there you were. I was dreaming that you were on stage and you were singing. Because you sing so beautiful. So that was a good dream, to hear you singing. That's funny, huh? Well, this is kind of a funny carrot cake, you guys. But there it is. I want to add a little bit more white to that top. It didn't quite work the way I thought it would. It probably would if I could get this to smash down a little bit more. Let me get up. That's a lot of clay to be squishing down on there. There, it worked. There, we don't need to add more. I just needed to get it to squish out a little bit. That is a huge carrot cake. Oh my goodness. I like it. I don't necessarily like where I hit the carrot part with the foil, but that's okay. There we go. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Okay, there's this part, you guys. And now we have to decorate it. So how I'm going to do that is, like I said, I have this big bag of corn cob, I think is what they said these are from. I believe so. Corn cob ground up, and that's what we use for faux nuts. So this I'm going to put... Okay, guys, I need your help. Does the nuts on a carrot cake, does it go on the carrot part or the frosting? It goes on the carrot part, right? And the frosting is just the frosting, I believe. Can you tell I haven't had very much carrot cake in real life? I like carrot cake. I just don't think I've never made a real homemade carrot cake. So you guys tell me, does the corn cob nuts, the faux nuts on a carrot cake, does it go on the cake part, the orange part, or on the white part where the cream is? I think it goes on the orange part. But you guys tell me what you think. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Come on in and thank you for joining us. All right, where's my master bakers, you guys? Come on. Fake baker or real? Where do I put the nut topping? On the white part, the frosting. The white part. No. Say orange or white. Orange or white. Because this is like cream cheese frosting in here. And this would be the cake part. So orange or white, where does the nuts go? Don't you love the delays, you guys? Drive me crazy. This is why people, when they're trying to win on the on the live sales and they can't, is because of the delays. The white part, the frosting, the white part. Okay, guys, here we go. Well, I'm glad you guys told me. Otherwise, mine would have been really funny looking. I would have had it all over the orange part. I would have put it in the wrong spot. So I'm glad I asked you guys. All right, let's get my tray to do these little corncob nuts so that they're not running everywhere. And we'll use our little sheet. Thank you, you guys. You're the best. You are being quiet. You're a good boy. Are you telling me to be quiet?
What?
Were you telling me to be quiet?
No, I was just saying because I heard you tapping.
Oh, I'm tapping my glue, buddy. He said, I'm being quiet. Well, this is interesting. Tell me on here if you've ever made a real carrot cake. Usually the whole cake is frosted, then the nuts on the sides. So the whole thing should have white frosting? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. You can tell I'm not a real baker. And I worked in a bakery. But you know that everything there was pretty much frozen. We didn't do stuff from scratch. Not at that bakery. Not at all. That's not true. Our cake donuts, those were made from scratch. Kind of. But the rest of it was frozen. You would put even the donuts. The donuts were frozen. They'd come in little pieces. It's your favorite cake, Diana? They would come, in little, like your maple bars. Your maple bars would be all in sticks, frozen little blocks, and you'd put them in a proofer overnight, and then you'd come out or you'd put them in the fridge, let them thaw out, and then you'd come in the morning, put them in a proof box, and then after they puffed up, you would put them in the fryer. That's how donuts are made, at least at that store. That was a long time ago. Maybe they have a whole new way of doing donuts, you guys. I am pretty old, you know. Oh my gosh. And I'm really fighting with this cake, you guys. You guys are right. It does have nuts over the whole thing. Now I remember seeing it that way. Well, guys, that's not it. We're going to do it different, okay? We're going to do a different cake today. I am. I'm going to make it my creation. It'll still taste good, you guys. I promise. Get your cups of tea and come on over and we'll have some carrot cake together. It'll be fine. Everything will be all right. And if not, we'll just pretend that's, that everything is all right. Right? Hi, Lucy. How are you? Did I see Lucy on here? No, that's not Lucy. I thought I saw Lucy. Sorry, guys. I wonder what Marissa's going to make today, you guys. It's Crafter's Choice, so it'll be fun to see what she comes up with. I loved seeing everything. Michelle, I loved your lamb today. So cute. Everything Michelle does is cute, though. You know that? An amazing creator. I've said when I grow up, I want to be able to craft like Michelle with clay, because I think she does an amazing job. There's a lot of people that do amazing jobs, though, right? Okay, we almost got our glue. I probably should have used a smaller. Now that you guys tell me the nuts go on the whole thing, I could have used a different. I think I'm making a cake for my family or something. I don't know. It's like carrot cake for a real family, you guys. I had to make a big cake. Can you see that? That's just nuts. Speaking of nuts, guys, it's time to put them on here. I got the glue all the way around. So hopefully this will work. Let's see if we can get these nuts to get on here and work for me. Well, I think I'm going to spread them out and roll it in them, actually. The nuts are made of ground up corn cobs. They are fake, of course. Oh, I don't want to do that. It'll get on my other clay. Darn it. I don't know how I'm going to do this, you guys. Why did I make such a big cake? Ugh, I'm having trouble here, you guys. Darn it anyway. I'll have corn cobs all over my floor. Even with the tray. That looks nice though. Look at. See, it's going to look like a carrot cake, you guys. You got to trust the process. Petra, I'm trying to make a cake and it's just, I'm over here fighting with the darn thing. That could be another reason why we wait for things to dry or why we put a dowel rod or something in it to hold it, so that we're not getting our hands in it. I'm learning. That is for sure, you guys. Someone asked me if I do real cakes. Have I ever done real cakes when I made the one yesterday? And I said, yes, but I prefer clay. I don't want to do real cakes. I just want to play with clay. Yes, corncob bedding. Okay, so what is the difference, Sam? What is corncob bedding and ground up corn cobs? You guys, I'm so sorry. It's not ground up corn cobs then? I thought it was. Corncob bedding, what the heck? So is this corn cobs, you guys? Or is that just what it's called? Someone will have to say what this stuff is. I thought it was ground up corn cobs. I was going to save my corn cobs and save money and ground them up myself. I'm sorry, you guys. It's not corn cobs, is it? That's funny. So what's corn cob bedding? Whatever corn cob bedding is, that's what this stuff is. Oh my gosh, that's funny. She is here. Hi, Lucy. I thought I saw you here. How are you? Hi, Amanda. How are you? Well, you guys, this looks actually, it looks nice. It's not a total fail. It doesn't look bad at all. Not at all, actually. I like it. To be very honest. I need a little bit more glue, right? Did you see that paintbrush fly, you guys? That was my paintbrush that I'm using to move my glue around. That was terrible. Anyway, it's the same thing. Oh, good. Well, Sam, I didn't know. You said bedding. I said ground up corn cobs. You said corn cob bedding. So this is for like little hamsters and stuff, right? For them to bed in, I think. I really don't know. I'm glad we have it for fake nuts. That's all I know. It looks great on top of ice cream, fake ice cream. And it's making my carrot cake, you guys, really look good. It really is looking good. So, there you have it. Corn cob bedding. If you don't have any, you need to get some because it will give you a nice fake topping for all of your ice creams and stuff. Look at that. So there is our cake so far. Okay, it looks good all the way around. All right, and now we have to put some carrots on the top of it. I have some little things that I want to put on top. Crazy corn cob bedding everywhere. What time do we got? Okay, I have just enough time, you guys, to make some carrots and put them on the top of my little thing here. Okay, we're done with that part. Thank you, Trisha. I think it's cute. I think it's going to work really good. All right, I am going to get some white clay, though, and I'm going to roll out a nice little splat real fast, and then put some carrots on top of that. Hi, Michelle. How are you? You did? So where do we buy this stuff? Did you buy this stuff at the pet store or what? I had never heard of this, you guys. Another unexpected item used in fake baking. Exactly. I had guinea pigs and I had a little hamster, but this is not what we used for bedding for our little animals. We used pine shavings, I think it was. It was shavings. And it wasn't thick like this stuff. So I really don't know what this stuff... I never heard of it until I saw Glam Candy Boutique. I bought a little tiny thing of it from her. And then I just bought this great big bag of it from... I don't remember. Maybe Lydia's? I really can't remember where that came from. Maybe it was Maricela at Mariposa's Creations. You got a huge bag from Amazon? I'm going to be looking for some more because I really do like this stuff, you guys. I do. I think it's great. Okay, I'll have to look for it. Thank you, you guys. All right, so now we're just going to make a white frosting. We're going to do a drip. Do you know when I first started doing fake baking, I couldn't cut my clay with the X-Acto knife, you guys. I really struggled with it really bad. I couldn't figure it out. Now I can do that. So I am learning. I'm coming along slowly but surely. And having a ball while I'm doing it. Making new friends, learning new tricks of the trade, right? And that's what it's all about. Like Sam says, we're not here. What are you making? People ask Sam, what are you making? She says, memories. We're making memories. In my case, we might be making lifelong lessons. You never know. All right. There is my splat. What I call a splat. You are selling some, Teresa? Nice. You also have corn cob. Nice. All right, guys. So there is my little splat. Let me make sure I got enough time. I have enough time to do my carrots. All right. So there is our carrot cake so far. Okay. Cutting it close, you guys. You never stop learning. No. Nope. Never let anyone tell you that you only learn when you're in school. That's not true. We learn more in our adult life after we leave school, you guys, than we ever did. School is important. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's an injustice to think that you're going to be done learning just because you get done with school. Never stop learning. There's always new things to learn, and we want to. It helps us grow. It helps us be who we are as adults. All right, then I want to put a little bit of that corn cob. Oh, it's down here. Hold on, guys. Okay, there's some of the corn cob on top. It is just a flash of our lives. It absolutely is. All right, and I have one little carrot. I will be making another one of these carrots, okay? But for now, I have one little carrot, and I'll be making more. So this is a little carrot that I have, and I'm just going to stick it on the top of my cake like this, but I will have another one. I don't have time to make another one. That one just happened to be sitting there, but it will look kind of like that. Actually, let's put a toothpick in it. Do we have time to do a toothpick real quick, you guys? We would if I could see my toothpicks in front of me, huh? Where are they? There they are. I get so much stuff out on the table in between projects, you guys. Never know if I'm coming or going. All right. I will make more of these little carrots, and they will be the top of my cake. All right. So there's what it'll look like with more carrots. All right. I'll get them done in just a little bit. And I will also be adding more nuts on all of this white drip that's hanging down. So it will have nuts running over it and the frosting. So there is my cake, you guys. That's what I wanted to make, was a carrot cake. It's the first time I've done a cake that size. It was a carrot cake. So I hope you all had fun, you guys. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate all the love and all the follows and sprinklings and all of that, you guys. I appreciate you so much. Let's go over to Des Craft Boutique with Marissa and see what she's got going on. Hi, Mary. How are you? And go hang out with her for a little bit. Hi, Wiley. Thank you, you guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.